All right, we're going on a journey today. We're heading to a place that honestly feels like it shouldn't even exist. I mean, deep, deep beneath the Earth's surface, there's this world that looks like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, not reality. A place that is both absolutely beautiful and incredibly dangerous. Welcome to the Crystal Caves of Naica. That's how one of the very first people to lay eyes on it described the place, and it's probably the best summary you're gonna get. So just hold that thought for a second. Before I even show you where we're going, think about a place so strange, so otherworldly, it just completely shatters what we think is possible on our own planet. And guess what? That place is totally real. We're going to the Naica Mine in Chihuahua, Mexico. About 1,000 feet underground, miners just stumbled upon something unbelievable. A cave filled with the largest natural crystals ever discovered. This isn't just a cave with a few big rocks. It's like a subterranean forest made of giant glowing crystal beams. So you might think a place like this was found by some big scientific expedition, right? Nope. It was a total accident. Just pure chance that uncovered one of the planet's most incredible natural wonders. Okay, so this area wasn't completely unknown for crystals. Way back in the 1910s, miners found something called the Cave of Swords, which was amazing on its own. But then you fast forward to April of 2000. Two brothers, Eloy and Javier Delgado, are blasting a new tunnel for the mine, and they break into something completely new. They had found the Crystal Cave of Giants. And if that wasn't enough, just a month later, another crew found an even bigger chamber right next to it. I mean, can you even imagine being the first person to see that? Eloy Delgado said that first peek looked like light reflecting off a broken mirror. Think about that. Not some dark, spooky cave, but this brilliant, shining world that must have felt absolutely impossible. Okay, here's where things get really wild. There's this huge paradox about this place. It's a genuine natural paradise, a geological masterpiece. But it is also one of the most hostile, dangerous environments a person could ever step into. First up, the heat. Inside that main chamber, it's a crushing 150 degrees Fahrenheit. That's about 50 Celsius. To put that in perspective, that is hotter than the hottest day ever recorded in Death Valley. Insane. And as if that wasn't bad enough, you combine it with this, 100% humidity. What does that mean? It means your body has absolutely no way to cool down. You can't sweat properly. It's like being steamed alive in a pressure cooker. So you put those two things together, the insane heat and the crushing humidity, and this is what you get. 6 to 10 minutes. That is the absolute maximum time an unprotected person can last in there before your body and your brain just start shutting down. And listen to this from a photographer who actually worked in there. It just drives the point home. See, it's not just about being tough. The environment is so extreme, it literally causes severe mental confusion in minutes. Your own lungs would start to fill up with fluid. This place is actively trying to kill you. Plain and simple. So, the big question is, how on earth did a place this beautiful and this deadly even form? Well, the recipe is actually pretty simple, but it needed the absolute perfect conditions and a ton of time. So let's get into the science of how these crystal giants were born. Okay, so it all comes down to this perfect geological storm. Step 1, you've got this superheated, mineral-packed water coming up from magma chambers deep underground. Step 2, as this water pushes up, it dissolves the limestone walls of the cave, loading itself up with a huge amount of calcium. Step 3, that calcium-rich water then mixes with sulfur from nearby metal deposits, and boom, you've got the magic ingredients. The final piece of the puzzle? Time. And I mean a lot of it. The caves were just sitting in this mineral soup for hundreds of thousands of years, letting these crystals grow and grow and grow. So what are these crystals actually made of? It's called selenite, which is a type of gypsum, and the name is just perfect for it, right? It comes from Selene, the Greek goddess of the moon, because of that pearly, moon-like glow they have. They really do look like frozen moonbeams. But to really get a sense of the scale here, check this out. You and me, we're around 6 feet tall, give or take. The biggest crystals down there, they're over 50 feet long. They weigh up to 55 tons. You could literally walk across them like they're giant angled bridges. It's a world built for giants. So, finding these caves was a total miracle. But here's the thing. That discovery has also put them in a really tricky spot. Their future is, well, it's anything but certain, and it brings up some really tough questions. And this really gets to the heart of the problem. How do you protect a place that's a priceless natural treasure, but is also so incredibly dangerous that you need special suits and gear just to step inside for a few minutes? A place that, let's be honest, was never meant for human eyes. Yeah, the whole debate is really complicated. I mean, on one hand, you've got the immediate threats, right? People trying to steal them and just the damage from being exposed to air. And that led to some pretty wild ideas, like a plan to literally air condition the entire cave system for tourists. But then you have the bigger debate. Do we try and protect them right where they are, which some geologists argue for, or do we take the biggest, most amazing ones out and put them in museums to preserve them forever? And just when you think it can't get more complicated, here is the final, most critical piece of the whole puzzle. The only reason we can even see these caves today is because the mining company is running these massive pumps 24/7, pulling millions of gallons of water out of the ground. See, their natural state is to be completely underwater. What we're seeing is totally artificial, and it's temporary. And that brings us to the ultimate question, doesn't it? One day, the mine won't be profitable anymore. Those pumps are going to get turned off, and the water will rise again, swallowing the caves. And once they're flooded, the crystals will start growing again, slowly but surely. So what do you think? After we've had our brief, unbelievable peek into this impossible world, should we just step back? Should we let nature take its course and allow the Cave of Giants to go back to its silent, dark, creative process?